rookie running backs, man, 2025 rookies. First off, we're going to be going over the last 3 years of data for rookie running backs that were drafted in the 4th round or higher in the NFL draft. See where they were drafted in fantasy drafts and see how they finished. What was the hit rate, man, on those running backs? What can we expect from this upcoming class? This is supposed to be the greatest NFL running back draft class of all time. It might just feel that way, Jason, because last year was the fucking worst of all time, man. We'll go over that. Just a teaser, man. Jonathan Brooks was the number 1 running back. He was drafted in the 2nd round, and that fool was like the worst fantasy thing in the world, dude. So, yeah, one of the worst rookie running back classes of all time last season. But, hey, man, they're going to make up for it this year, dude. So, I've got 3 running backs that I like. Jason's got 3 running backs that he likes. We will talk you into drafting them. And, hey, man, we might even give you a best landing spot, all right? So, stick around for this. It's going to be amazing, all right? I am drinking. If you can't tell by slurring my words, man, that's how I started off, dude. I'm the word slurrer. Anyways, Jason, this show needs help, dog. Please tell the public how they can help this show. Question mark.
This far. And if you're enjoying the show and the information we're giving you, then please hit the subscribe, press the like. We like the likes. Leave us a comment. Let us know about any rookie running backs that we missed. Or what do you think about the landing spots? Did we pick right? Well, let us know. We're also on the radio, Apple Podcasts, on Spotify. We also got a Patreon. And if you're feeling friendly,
what is it, Jason?
We got a little thank you button. We got the thank you buttons on the video. Tyler, when you were talking about the draft class of 2017, do you know the top running backs from there?
I said 2017?
Oh, sorry. 2017 was the other greatest running back draft class of all time. I actually have a list. I have a list of running backs that were drafted in that draft.
Okay.
Christian McCaffrey, Aaron Jones, Dalvin Cook, Alvin Kamara, Joe Mixon, Leonard Fournette, Jamal Williams, James Conner, Kareem Hunt. And there's another one.
And God damn it, you know who stands out to me out of those, Jason? The league winner right there.
McCaffrey.
Kareem Hunt, man, came out hot.
Yep.
Hey, and I drafted Alvin Kamara that year. I was all about Alvin Kamara, and that was before this show. So stick around, man. This shit's gonna be. Now you can share on my hunches. I'm right 51% of the time, so it's worth maybe taking that chance. All right, dog. You ready for the news and the brews?
Yeah.
This is for Jason out there. Trey McBride, 4 years, $76 million extension. Who are you drafting first? Brock Bowers, Trey McBride. Apparently, Trey McBride's going like a round later, 2 rounds almost later.
Who am I drafting first, or who like? I think I'd rather have. Oh shit, dude! Why do you do this to me? It's like both of them are gonna have. I feel like amazing years, dude. I'm gonna have to go with Trey McBride because where Trey McBride landed last year, and he only had like one receiving touchdown. I can't even fathom another year of him just having 1 receiving touchdown. But I can see him having another record-breaking receptions for a tight end, but his touchdowns to increase. I'd rather have McBride.
So, yeah. They got Geno Smith over there in the Raiders. I said I was waiting to see who the Raiders quarterback was. Brock Bowers, I'm not drafting a dude. He better go in the 3rd round or later. I'm waiting on a tight end. I told you who I was going to target this year, but I already fucking forgot. Maybe he went to the Broncos. Evan Ingram? Man, maybe like in the 10th round. Holy shit. Something like that. But yeah, if I'm reaching for a tight end, I think I would rather go Trey McBride with that track record. And you know the quarterback, man. It's not a new quarterback coming in. There's going to be a new quarterback for Brock Bowers. Plus, the running back they're going to get, dude, we'll talk about that in a minute, might be taking some touches away. All right? And then, hey, man, the chains are getting replaced by lasers, Jason. So the old school chain gang, all right? They put a card out there to see if you got a fucking first down. That's going to be out. Now the lasers are going to be in, but the chain gang will be back. We'll be on the sideline following along just in case the lasers don't work.
Yeah, hopefully they're more accurate. Big Jim Jean. Hey, party people. Do you see this, Tyler? Yeah.
What happened?
This guy. Hey, party people.
Big Jim Jean. Party people.
I don't know why I'm sounding
like All right. Hey, Julio Jones retires. And Julio Jones won people fantasy championships for like 5 years there for a minute. Okay. Then also, hey, Jason, when Mike Vrabel was asked about the tush push being outlawed, he said that he thinks Lamar Jackson should not be able to run with the football anymore because it is hard to defend. I thought that was the best answer so far.
Classic.
I know. It's like, dude, I love Mike Vrabel as much as I love my coach. Kevin O'Connell, dog. Patriots, I hate the fucking Patriots, but at least they got a good coach right now. And then, hey, the Chargers signed Trey Lance. Jason, what did you say before this show just started? You feel wet for that guy.
I feel bad.
I
feel bad.
Man, I'm hoping to God I don't get fired in the next 2 months. Trey Lance is traveling coast to coast, fucking collecting millions.
What is wrong with him?
What is wrong with you?
Is he just like a bad guy? Is he not friendly? Like, what is the deal? Nobody.
He sucks at football. That's his problem.
Yeah.
You teach me the football? All right. Cowboys signed Joe Milton. Jason's the last thing on this news and brews. How do you feel about that? Because you are the Cowboys.
Cowboys made another trade for a backup quarterback. Yay.
I do not like all the draft capital they put into some shitty wide receivers and another backup quarterback. But Cooper Rush is gone, Jason. So Cooper Rush has got significant playing time over the last 2 seasons. I actually like Joe Milton over Cooper Rush. How do you feel about that?
That's fine. I remember watching Milton in the combine, and he was just like, his arm strength was ridiculous.
He put the dick in Redick. All right. Jason, all right, I'm going to share a screen for you. We're going to go over the last 3 years of data for rookie running backs. Look at their hit rate. All right. So it might be go blank for a second. We're going to start in the last year and then go back to the future. Jason, I just picked up Back to the Future 1 and Back Up to the Future 2 on VHS. How do you feel about that?
It's about time, I guess. I've had those for a while.
Oh, I like how you use the word time and Back to the Future. Okay.
In time.
So, first column, the running back's name. Second column is the round that they were drafted in the actual NFL draft. Third column is their ADP in fantasy drafts. Okay. How they finish at the end of the year. They were running back 114. All right. So that's a negative 79 goddamn value. The difference between running back 30, the difference between where they were drafted and how they finished. So Jonathan Brooks, I drafted him. Holy shit, Jason. Trey Benson. So this is, look at this, dude. The first 5 running backs drafted, negative 79, negative 30, negative 41, negative 77, negative 46. So, none of them had good situations. Jonathan Brooks was supposed to be the starter. That never happened. That's why he was drafted 35. Trey Benson, people thought, we were all up on James Conner, man. It was the same thing as Kenneth Walker when they drafted Charbonnet. We did not care. Okay? That's when you get those values, and we trusted in James Conner, and we got a big hit there. So Trey Benson, that was no surprise to me. He didn't have the opportunity. Blake Corum, I believed in for a minute. Remember all those mind games before the season started? And, Jalen Wright was kind of scary because of the injury concerns for Achane, and I think Mostert came in the season injured as well. But hey, Jason, there were some hits. Bucky Irving was the biggest hit. Ended up as running back 13. He was drafted in running back in the 4th round. Most of these running backs were actually, and he was drafted as a fucking running back 4 or 5, and he ended up as a borderline running back 1 for you. So that was the biggest hit. I did like Ray Davis. Isaac Orindo is, we'll talk about later because there's a running back I like this season that's like him. And when he had opportunity, he was amazing. Braylon Allen fell off a cliff, but Jason, the hit rate was 40%. This is probably I'm going to go back in time even longer, but this has got to be one of the worst rookie running back classes of all time.
Yeah, because this was the wide receiver class. And a lot of times, they would flip-flop, flip-flop, snip-snap, snip-snap, snip-snap. This year, it is not the wide receiver class. It's definitely the running back class. And have you heard anything about next year, Tyler? Do you know if it's going to be another running back or wide receiver?
All I know is there's some good quarterbacks coming out. Arch Manning, maybe after next season.
Oh, nice.
So there's some generational talents next season, not that aren't defensive.
That's
Marvin Harrison Jr. was supposed to be a fucking generational talent. You know what I'm saying? So who knows? But yeah, so the hit rate on this was 40%. I thought that was interesting. Let's jump to 2023 real fast. So 2023 was actually a similar year. There are 3 running backs this year that might go in the first round. There's 2 this season, especially in the top 12. There's a couple this year that are probably going to go in the top 12. So Bijan Robinson, I don't even want to call that. I still call that a hit, but I'm calling it a miss. He was still finished as a running back 1. Jahmyr Gibbs, of course. I think Montgomery had an injury and he killed it again at the end of the season. Charbonnet, Jason, you and I both didn't believe in. Tyjae Spears was better than you thought. But yeah, man, so pretty much a 50% hit rate here, and it should have been a little bit better, maybe 55, 57% because of Bijan Robinson. But yeah, Bijan and Gibbs were the only name. Oh, I should mention, Jason, the biggest hit here. You and I fought over him. You and I fought, and you won, man. Greco-Roman wrestling match. You had the fucking baby oil. I was out of commission. So running back 40, running back 24. He missed like 6 or 7 games, dude, and he was running back 24. So Devon Achane is insane, fucking insane. I do want to point out, Jason, do you know how Devon Achane's height and weight?
Yeah, 124.8.
Dude, no. But he's 5'9", 183 pounds or something like that. I forgot how small he was.
He's a tiny little fella.
Dude, that's crazy. I mean, I weigh like 185, but I'm 6'3", and that guy's a running back. He should be muscular, all right? Not full of tendons like me. And then, hey, that's pretty much it. So a 50% hit rate on this. It could have been a little bit higher. So we got a 40%, 50%. Jason, let's go back one more year. Does anything stand out to you, though?
If a running back goes on the first 12 picks, make sure you get him.
Yeah. I would say that's like elite talent, and it really never misses, kind of. And then 2023, we got Breece Hall. He would have been a top 5 running back, Jason. Probably top 10, actually. But yeah, he missed like 4 or 5 games or 7, 8, more than that, dude. He got fucking injured in the beginning. I was all about Kenneth Walker your sister got Kenneth Walker that year. He was amazing. He missed games, running back 18. Rashad White was a big hit this year. So you're looking at this, dude, 45% hit rate. But what I'm seeing here is that rookie running backs make an impact. So the 3-year average, Jason, hit rate is 45%. So, I mean, if you're telling me that if I draft any running back was drafted in the first 4 rounds of the actual NFL draft, I will have a 50% hit rate on getting my returns back. So I will be targeting rookie running backs this year. Just think about like rookies in general. Jason, you and I went through like after the season, all the rookies and how they did. It's like, dude, you can only depend on the first round rookies. Well, really, with the running backs, you can go a little bit deeper on running backs. They hit in the 2nd, 3rd round all the time. And then a lot of the times the biggest hit is in the 4th round. So I will be targeting rookie running backs this season. Jason, how do you feel about these charts and what I just said?
Sounds good. Tyron Davis Price. Do you remember where he's from?
Dude, I was like, Tyrion Davis Price. This guy, the fucking 49ers whiffed on Trey Lance. They got Tyrion Davis Price in the fucking 3rd round as a running back. God knows what else they got. I can't remember off the top of my head right now. They've whiffed on so much shit, but they just keep on going, man. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So, anyways.
I'm trying to think. Most of these players, if not all of them, started the league as backups.
And that's the problem, Jason, is we need to, we will tell you who we like today, but after the draft, we will be able to tell you who we absolutely believe in, because of opportunity. But a couple of these running backs, it won't matter. All right, Jason. And then I've got the first round running backs, or the projected. So as far as the greatest running back class of all time, 2024, there was 10 running backs projected to go in the 4th round or higher, or that win the 4th round or higher. There was only 8 in 2023, and 2022 is a little bit better year. There was 11 there. Well, Jason, dude, there are 16 running, or wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 running backs projected to go in the 4th round or higher. So this is an amazing running back class. So we have to pay attention to it.
Yeah, I'm pretty stoked about this draft coming up and all these players coming out. Tyler, we got The guy, it looks like he's a Chiefs fan. He's telling you, what's up to all you amazing people? Hope you're having a great day. He's talking to you, Tyler. Talking to you.
Hope you're having
Happy
a great
Friday.
day, dude. I don't like the, you know what's funny is I love Chief fans. I just don't like the Chiefs. Like I've liked the Chief fans for a while. And hey, man, the Chiefs are like Golden State to me. I never had a problem with Golden State. I actually like Golden State. I was like, they have awesome jerseys. I liked Alex Smith. And then all of a sudden they won fucking all the time. And I was like, you know what? I think I might hate Golden State. So, hey, nothing against you. Love the Kansas City fans.
Who did Golden State get and they started winning all the time?
It was fucking Steph Curry, and then it was Monte Ellis or Steph Curry. They got rid of Monte Ellis. Then they drafted Klay Thompson and Draymond Green, and it was over.
Yeah. I get it now.
Monte Ellis, dude, I think I might have killed you a couple times in NBA 2K.
You've killed me more than a couple times, dude.
Woo!
Your precision on pressing down the X button and holding it and letting go at the exact time, exquisite.
All right, dude. Let's get into this. Jason, I've talked too much. I want to hear you speak. Okay. Give me your first running back that you believe in, that you're watching to see where he goes. And it's like, again, we really believe in first round running backs, so we're going to cover them all probably.
I'm going to give you my favorite one at the end.
Okay, I like that. I'm actually saving my sleeper for the end because my sleeper is really exciting.
Okay, running back DJ Giddens. All right, I'm going to try to talk pretty fast because I hate when there's a lot of notes. All right, so this guy ran a 4.43 40 time at 212 pounds and at 6 feet. Second best vertical, tied second best broad jump. His shuttle time was fourth best at 4.33. So that's his combine, right? He has speed and explosiveness. His burst score is in the 93rd percentile. He hit a 14.16 miles per hour at 5 yards. And I didn't even know this was a stat, just seeing how fast somebody could get at 5 yards, which is crazy. I'm hoping that 5 yards, I'm running at 6 miles per hour. There might be a cartwheel at the end of it because I lose my balance. But 5 yards, he's running 14 miles per hour. He hits 20 miles per hour when he gets to 17 yards with a top speed of 22.52 miles per hour overall. So his speed score is fourth best at 110 and 0.26 missed tackles forced per attempt and 4.2 yards after contact per attempt. So the funniest thing when I was watching the highlights, dude, this announcer, I had to put this in because it killed me. He said, this guy must be jelly because jam don't shake like that. I laughed so hard. But, dude, it's crazy. So this guy may be the shiftiness running back in this draft. The YouTube video title that I watched actually said shiftiest RB in 2025. So I had to watch it and ended up being this guy. And, dude, he wasn't wrong. He isn't trying to punish defenders, but he is stop and go, changing directions north, south, east, and west. He's agile and is smooth, and his spin moves and balance is like one of the best I've seen this year. 12% of his runs went for 50-plus yards. He had 205 carries for 1,343 yards and 8 touchdowns, 21 receptions with a 9.5 target share last year. So his cons real quick, Tyler. He runs like a 2x4, straight up. That's how I wrote.
I mean, I was looking at Camp Skattebo, but I was like, hey, man, he's got an amazing stuffed run rate. I mean, at 14%, that's one of the lowest in a gap scheme. I'm looking at gap scheme run concepts right now, so he's like middle of the pack in zone run schemes. But if you're looking at fit and where he should go, you don't want him to go to like a Shanahan offense or something. You want him to go to maybe like a defensive minded coach where they do the gap scheme run concepts a lot. And DJ Giddens is like top 7 in every metric almost, and exceptional in stuffed run rate in those situations. So I'm looking at DJ Giddens on situations and where he should go and fit.
Right.
If he goes to somewhere
hold on, Tyler. This is all great information.
What?
I got a little bit more.
Well, I thought you were done, man. Oh, you're just catching your breath.
Not done at all. I love the information that you were giving me. It's top tier. I'm almost finished. I promise.
I don't care.
I want to say his best game was against Oklahoma State, where he earned 15 carries for 187 yards, 12 yards per carry, and a long run at 66. I will believe he will start as a backup, but be involved in the passing game, possibly a good handcuff for next year. What I said earlier at the combine, His running style reminded me of Jahmyr Gibbs, but after watching tape, he looks like a Raheem Mostert to me. And they share the same 40 time, and they both run like pillars, like straight up. So what I've been seeing, though, Tyler, you're talking about good fit, is that a lot of people are projecting him to go to the Vikings.
I don't like the Vikings when I'm looking at this right now. Because I'm thinking, well, I've got somebody else in my mind because I'm a Vikings fan. And I'm like, dude, where he's being drafted, I'd rather get this other guy because he fits our scheme so much better. This guy in zone blocking schemes, Shanahan-style schemes, doesn't do that well. He's almost below average, whereas he's well above average in the gap scheme. So, yeah, as a Vikings fan, I actually would not like that right now because the guy I'm going to talk about later just kind of piques my interest a little bit more. But I'm looking at his shit, man, and I've heard his name 1,000 times. I actually like him as a running back prospect, so I don't blame you for latching on to him like a leech.
I did see, though, Tyler, a lot of people were comparing him to Aaron Jones, who's a Viking.
Which is funny because Aaron Jones has been benefiting from that zone blocking scheme as well for a while. So that's my only problem with that. But he's still like, again, if he was forced to run zone all the time, he'd still be pretty good. So I wouldn't worry about that. I just wanted to be his best, Jason. That's all. I just wanted to be his best.
Right. Yeah. For fantasy purposes. Yes.
Oh my God. All right. Are you ready for this shit?
Yeah, let's go.
You know what, dude? I'm going to share something with you guys. I'm going to share my personal notes. How about that? Because you guys don't want to see Jason's got a fat head. I've got a fat head. The people at the goddamn sunglass hut told me not to try on their glasses because they're squeaking too much. They couldn't handle the head.
That's what she said.
Hey, man. I hear that. Let's see. Rookie running backs. Oh, that's my thing. All right, here we go. I'm going to start off with the obvious, all right? Here's my notes. You can already see you can see that. Whatever, dude. I don't care. Ashton Jeanty. Ashton Jeanty. So he's a favorite, Jason. The Las Vegas is at a negative 125. Then Chicago and then Dallas. Man, if Dallas got him, I'd be happy for you, Jason. I'd be happy for you because this guy's like a can't miss prospect. We just spoke about how dude, running backs that are drafted in like the top 12 hardly ever miss. So yeah, probably going to Las Vegas there. And I was supposed to see what kind of run scheme Chip Kelly runs. But guess what? It fucking doesn't matter. Okay. He's number one in both. So that's why I didn't check it. Okay. Newsflash. But he is 5'8", 211 pounds. He's listed on the internet as like 5'9", 217. But he lied, Jason. He came into the combine and he fucking lied. So MJD is inch shorter. I mean, he's built like MJD, kinda, except he's got a lot of upper body mass. I think he's got more upper body mass and less lower body mass. Barry Sanders was the same height, 10 pounds lighter. Kamara, Jason, 5'10", 2 inches taller, almost the same weight. So yeah, all right. So again, same. He had the highest grade, highest PFF grade in both blocking schemes. So fit is not an issue. He totaled 29 rushing touchdowns. That led the collegiate, whatever. 2,600 fucking yards, man. 27 yards shy of Barry Sanders' mark. We're talking about Barry Sanders, man. And that's a good news. Okay, that's good news. He rushed for and so the biggest issue with this guy is what competition did he face because he was at Boise State? Well, he rushed for 192 yards versus Oregon, with 111 of those coming after contact, Jason. He forced 8 missed tackles that game. So, yeah, he was one of 2 players to rush for 100-plus versus Oregon all year. He was the only player to rush for 100-plus yards versus Penn State. They were 6th best defense in the fucking on the season in college, for God's sakes. He escaped 16 tackles. Okay? Number 1 in forced missed tackles per attempt at 0.38. And PFF says, through historical data, at 0.30, you can correlate that to success as an NFL running back. This motherfucker's going 0.08 past that. And also, yards after contact per attempt, number 1. Explosive rate, number 1. Number 2 in receiving grade, so he could catch the fucking ball. He studied Alvin Kamara and Marshawn Lynch. I was watching Marshawn Lynch for a later running back, and I was like, dude, this guy is nuts. He's going all over the place. And the way he, dips his shoulders and changes direction reminds me a lot of Marshawn Lynch, okay? And then Marshawn Lynch was a first-round running back, late first round to the Bills. And then Alvin Kamara as well, dude. Similar size-ish, similar missed tackles, right? Ish. And they both break tackles. I listened to Bijan Robinson talk about Ashton Jeanty, and his rarest trait is he breaks tackles while moving forward. That is a rare trait. Bijan has it. He has it. Alvin Kamara has it. So that's where he's Alvin Kamara and Marshawn Lynch combined like a transformer, man. They had sex. They fucking made a baby. Okay. But the problem is, okay, I had to find a negative here, Jason. The third highest stuff rate in first and second down situations. And that's where I get Barry Sanders vibes to me. Because Barry Sanders would be -4 yards, -5 yards, 54 yards. So this guy is just a all-time great in the making. You saw his goddamn pro day. He ran like a 4.5, something like that. 4.45 on his pro day. Kamara ran that as well. So yeah, dude, I'm saying he's a souped-up Kamara. He's a hybrid Kamara Marshawn Lynch, which is better than what Marshawn Lynch was. Okay. So how do you feel about all that shit? Ashton Jeanty, I just covered it. You're going to draft him in probably the first or second round if he goes to the Raiders with Chip Kelly.
Yeah. You were talking about Marshawn Lynch being a comp earlier a little bit. Do you know who Marshawn Lynch's head coach was in Seattle?
I know, Pete Carroll. And I was thinking about that today, Jason. So I meant to write it down. You're the man.
Yeah, that system with also Chip Kelly is going to be crazy. It's like the crazy thing is like he's a great running back. I wish he was like a little bit, I don't know, like taller. But have you seen this guy with his shirt off?
I was like, I don't give a fuck how tall this guy is. This guy's like, he's built like a brick shit house, and he breaks like to be built like that and to have the highest, forced missed tackles rate, which is the highest. Which is the actual stat that correlates to fantasy success. Like, dude, I'm all about it. So, like, I will be drafting, probably 4 running backs ahead of him, but I don't know about after that.
Yeah, he's going to be something special to watch next year, and he's pretty damn good. Yeah, he's going to be the next, like, Kool-Aid man, He's going to be, like, just flexing and busting down.
We got the Kool-Aid man, Jason, coming in later.
And then busting down defenders and being, oh yeah.
I stopped sharing at the right time. Your face was like, hey, all right, Jason, give me your next running back that we believe in.
You know what? I always hear about the other running back for Ohio State, so I wanted to talk about this one. And you know what?
Yeah,
this one is pretty crazy. Listen to this.
Stats are awesome.
So Quinshon Judkins, right? So he had the third best 10-yard dash at 1.51. That's actually faster than his faster partner in crime, running back Henderson. Trayvon Henderson. Am I saying that name right? Is it Trayvon?
Yeah, dude, this guy's so good, man.
So his burst.
Travion Henderson.
His burst was faster than Henderson's, right? Just remember that because I'm going to talk about it a little bit more. So remember I was talking about at the 5 yards of somebody's top speed. His top speed at 5 yards was 14 miles per hour, 14.60 miles per hour, which was the fastest in the combine, faster than his speedster partner, Henderson, right? So he had the 5th best speed score. He's a bruiser, Tyler. He could stiff arm you. Marshall at Notre Dame saw that firsthand. He could truck like a fucking Dodge Ram. Check the Northwestern highlight, dude. There's a highlight in there. It's going to blow your mind. Like, he meets this guy at the line of scrimmage with that burst speed, and he knocks his dude 5 yards. It was amazing. He can run inside. He can run outside. Because of his burst, he's at the line of scrimmage, and he gets outside before linebackers have time to react. I saw patience and balance. Big receiving plays out of the backfield. He has a motor and able to fight for extra yards. Sharing the backfield with Henderson last year, he had 194 carries for 1,060 yards and 16 touchdowns. Before that, he played at Ole Miss, and in 2023, he rushed for 1,158 yards and 17 touchdowns. So he knows how to score. He's almost a complete back. He has the best burst speed, but he doesn't have the best long end speed. I didn't see a lot of breakaway runs, okay? Out of his 194 carries last year, 11.4% were 15 plus yards, but only 4% was 20 plus yards. So once he got around to the 20 plus yard mark, he was getting tackled. He was getting caught from behind. He was not able to outrun defenders, and that is his downfall, right? He doesn't have great skill when it comes to agility. His missed tackles force is outside the top 10, but he is more of that. He's going to run through you instead of around you, which kind of reminds me of Nick Chubb in his younger days. Versus Notre Dame, he has 11 rushes for 100 yards and 2 touchdowns and a receiving touchdown. So looking at this and seeing how people are wanting to get this guy in certain special teams, dude, I wouldn't be surprised if I see this guy go to the Steelers, and this guy is a Mike Tomlin running back faux show.
So, Jason, he's a top 5 in PFF grade and zone blocking schemes and run gap schemes. Then I went to career goal to go numbers. So, inside the 10 pretty much. And this motherfucker is number 2 behind Cam Skattebo. All right. With like a 46% touchdown rate, but he does get stuffed a lot there, 25%, which is like the highest out of like pretty much almost anybody. But Jason, number 2. So once you get in the 10, his burst, which you just spoke of, with he doesn't have the long runs or whatever. It all totally makes sense. So, hey man, this guy should be getting 10 plus touchdowns if he gets a starting opportunity.
Yeah, dude, he was almost a complete back. I just wish he was. But it's crazy though, because he's so fast. As soon as he gets the ball, he's already at the line of scrimmage and he's already running around defenders. If he just had that speed, like it reminded me a lot of like Adrian Peterson, because we always talk about as soon as Adrian Peterson had the ball, he was already going 100 miles per hour.
He was like one of the running backs that took 2 steps and then took the ball, so he was already at full gallop by the time he got to the fucking line.
Yeah, but Adrian Peterson was able to keep that speed in the end.
That shit was crazy.
Where Judkins couldn't, but he's almost a complete back, but he's still a damn good running back.
All right, dog. Let's get into my next person. Cam, I'm going to share this with you, my notes. Cam Skattebo. All right, so 5'11", 216 pounds. We just spoke about Ashton Jeanty being like 5'8", but 211. Think about that. This guy is the biggest bruiser of the draft, and he only weighs 5 more pounds than fucking Ashton Jeanty. Isn't that crazy, Jason?
Yeah.
I was like,
this guy's something else.
When you watch him play, I thought he weighed 250. So I was so surprised by his weight. I was like, something has to be off. Anyways, the highest PFF grade in goal to go situations at 83.4, and he also led in those situations in yards per carry at over 2 yards per carry. So, dude, if he goes somewhere where he gets any opportunity, he will be their goal line back and he will be scoring touchdowns. He performs better in gap scheme blocking situations. So he averaged I think 4.9 yards per carry in zone and 5.9 in gap situations. So ideally he'll be going to a Steelers or something like that, Jason. And let's see, contact. So it's all about contact balance with him. He gets hit and it fucking doesn't matter. It's crazy. Just watch his highlights. So contact balance is amazing. And then there's no lateral movement to this guy. He does not go sideline to sideline. He knows one fucking direction, and that is the end zone. So those are his 2 biggest strengths when I was watching his tape. Then I was like, okay, let's look at PFF. Number 3 in forced missed tackles per attempt, dude, at 0.35. We just had Ashton Jeanty at 0.38, and he's like this amazing athlete. We got this white dude that fucking is overperforming. I don't even know. He runs like a 4.6, and he's what's he doing? Forced missed tackles. And the way he does it, we'll talk about in a minute. Number 3 in explosive runs, dude, 45. So he goes for like 20 plus yards quite often. And then, lowest, I put load. The lowest stuff run rate at 12, or the third lowest stuff run rate at 12.9%. I love that. So he makes when you look at running backs, dude. Like this is my problem with the Iowa running back. I think Kenyon Johnson. I can't remember his name is. The big dude. He has. What'd you say?
Caleb
Johnson. That fool has the easiest time in the world. Cam Skattebo did not. Okay, like he had a fucking tough time, and he made the best of it. So he should translate well into the NFL. Second highest PFF rushing grade versus stat box is 90.8. Yeah, dude. So 8+ people in the box. He was the second best at it, pretty much, and that's amazing. I think it was behind Jeanty, so whatever. And then Jeanty and Skattebo specifically delivered an identical 1.62 yards per route run, tied for the second best mark in the class. As far as so he could catch the ball too, man. People think about him just being like whatever, but he's actually could catch the ball. I kind of love Skattebo right now. Up the gut, then breaks tackles. Fuck speed, dude. His speed is not there. It doesn't fucking matter. He is so vertical. He is to the second level in a heartbeat. It is crazy. Just watch the tape. And I was like, who does this? Who does not run any fucking lateral at all? They just get the ball and they go straight. Who does this? And I've seen it before. And I was like, this guy's a bruiser. So I went to Marshawn Lynch, and dude, Marshawn Lynch is like a pinball. That guy goes every direction. Then you know who I went to second, Jason, was Josh Jacobs. Not Josh Jacobs. Brandon Jacobs, who got 4 touchdowns to me in a championship, and I lost.
Your nemesis.
Terrible. My fucking arch nemesis. In the first run on the highlight reel, he moves 2 inches, and he keeps on running straight. I don't know how they do it. They lose no momentum. Him and Cam Skattebo haven't perfected, dude. Now, Brandon Jacobs was 6'4", 260 pounds. This guy is 216. How this is going to work in the NFL, I still have my doubts. But, Jason, the tape don't lie. That fool was flattening people left and right. Like Brandon Jacobs. He's lower. He's thicker. Dude, I don't know what to do with this guy, but I'm going to draft him.
That's who that guy is. He makes you love him. He makes you love him. I love this guy, dude. I never even met him. I wish he went to my wedding, bro. Like, I love this dude. I'm cheering for this guy. Like, this guy plays whatever team he's going to go on. He's going to give 110%. They're going to win games because of this.
Just watch the tape, dude. Just watch the tape.
I know he didn't do the combine. It's because of his speed. I'm guaranteed.
His vertical, dude, was like 39.5.
His speed, but I wanted to see his bench press. Did you have that by any chance?
No, all I got was his vertical because I think he might have done vertical and that's it, just to show he's explosive. He did not want to run the 40 because, he ran a 4.55 at his pro day, and then Brandon Jacobs, Jason, ran a 4.55. I had Josh Jacobs on here as well because he ran a 4.6 and breaks tackles, but he does not run like Josh Jacobs.
I want to see what his bench press is, dude, because this guy, yeah, I've seen the highlights, man. When he gets that ball and when he flexes, you're not tackling him.
And it's like he hit people in the end zone. Like the play was over, and he fucking dropped the hammer and then flexed. And I was
he goes like this, Tyler. He like looks at the safety and he goes, "You,
I know,
me."
This is like
Goal
fucking. This is like some straight up the program shit, Jason.
Yeah.
But hey, I gotta go pee. Give me your next play.
Okay, hold on. Yeah, go do your thing. I want to see real quick if I could get his stats against Texas, bro. I don't know if I could do it just in time. Skattebo stats. Was it against Texas where he was insane? Please, nobody go anywhere. I'm still here. We're doing this. Yeah, bro. And Texas versus Texas in the playoffs, he had 30 carries, 143 yards, and 2 touchdowns. But wait, there's more. 8 receptions, 99 yards in that game, dude. You're telling me this guy is not going to be a winner? He gives it his all every single time. I love this dude. Yeah, okay. Now it's my turn. Let's go to my turn.
Now it's my turn. Let's go to my turn.
I had to give the stats for his Texas game, dude. His Texas game was like unreal. It was crazy.
I meant to go to. I was just so focused on the missed tackles and then his size. I was like, I don't understand it, but this guy's pretty amazing, man.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah. Okay. So my favorite running back is probably the number 2 running back going in the draft, and that's Omarion Hampton. Yeah, his 40 time was 4.46 at 221 pounds. He had a 38-inch vertical, 10 for 10 for his broad jump, so he's explosive. He's got a lot of leg power. He had the third best speed score at 111. So his top end speed was 22 miles per hour, 22.70 miles per hour. He hit 20 miles per hour at 16.5 yards and 14.3 miles per hour at 5 yards. He had 1,600 rushing yards. And, did I say that right? 1,600 rushing yards, 17 touchdowns, 38 receptions with 11.3% target share last season. He does have back-to-back seasons with 1,500 rushing yards and 15 touchdowns. So when I went to the tape, he is a one-cut runner, good fit for zone schemes. He falls forward and gets a few extra yards. I do like that, especially for fantasy. Every yard counts. I saw defenders bouncing off of him. I saw a lot of missed tackles when it was one-on-one. He was the first. What do I put here? What the hell did I put here? When one-on-one with the first defender, he made sure they missed a tackle. I don't know what the hell I'm writing here, Tyler. Anyway, scratch that. His missed tackles forced per attempt was 0.25. His yards after contact was 6.5 or 6.4. He is a big, fast runner who's hard to bring down. He keeps his leg moving. He showed good balance. Averaged 24 touches a game. 9% of his carries went for 15-plus yards. Versus Wake Forest, Tyler, he earned 35 carries for 244 yards and 7 yards per carry on 5 receptions. I love this guy, but he does have cons, right? No one's perfect. Only Jesus. I don't know why I said that. Cons might be his vision. Some of his runs, I was very confused what he was doing. I didn't understand some of his runs when he got in the open field. So I think his visions, he needs glasses like Eric Dickerson. I don't remember if you've seen that. And his route tree may have limits because, yeah, he had like 38 receptions that I said, but they were like in the line of scrimmage. They were like, I saw a lot of shovel passes. But what he did afterward was pretty good. He had a couple of touchdowns like that. So this is my comp for this guy, and I'm telling you, if you saw the tape, it is the perfect comp because he runs like this guy, and it's DeMarco Murray. They run exactly the same and have the same style of breaking tackles. Hampton has the size to be a third down back his rookie year. A lot of people, okay, let's say this. A lot of people are hoping he goes to Dallas, like me. If that doesn't happen, they're saying he's going to go to the Broncos, which I am kind of worried about if he goes to the Broncos. Because this is a 3-down back, but I don't know if Sean Payton would use him as a 3-down back because they have, they had a rookie that they got last year, and they still have oh my God, what's that guy's name? McLovin.
McLaughlin's not a dude. McLaughlin's a third down back, man. Hampton is an every down back.
Well, they got that Estime guy.
Festime. I was Pestime. I don't know, dude. No, Estime. If he would have broke out, man, it would have been a little bit last year because they had no fucking running back situation, and they had one of the best dude. Their offensive line was like top 5. Yeah, I remember the rookie running backs for Sean Payton do pop off. If they don't pop off in the rookie year, I'm not gonna worry about them.
So they pop off except last year, like we just said. Estimate didn't pop off.
I'm thinking pretty much Alvin Kamara, Reggie Bush, stuff like that. But hey, I do want to mention though, Jason, as far as fit goes, he is like in the bottom third in career, PFF grade as far as gap scheme run situations, and he is top 5 in career zone run. So if he goes to a zone-heavy team, man, it will benefit him greatly. Like, I could just imagine him on the Vikings. That motherfucker would be a top 5 running back in the NFL as far as fantasy goes. But just pay attention. If he goes maybe like to a shared backfield in a gap situation, he might be a little bit overdrafted. That's something to look out for. That's the only thing I can really knock on him.
I do know Drake May is trying to get him on the Patriots in the second round because they used to play together.
There you go. And I would like to, and we're going to have to look at this because, offensive coordinators and concepts change all the time. So we need to look into what kind of, run scheme the offensive coordinators are running before, during preseason-ish is when that video is probably going to come out. So we won't know for a while. But, until then, hey, we can only hope for it. All right, Jason, you ready for another one?
Let's do it.
I think it's the last one, dog. So I better get this over with. I got like 7 minutes. Okay.
Well, I got one more for you. I got a question for you at the end.
Oh, shit. All right, let me share this real fast. I'm going to share my notes. Screen. That screen I'm drinking like I'm on beer 6 or some shit like that. Let's see, rookie running backs. Ashton Jeanty. Okay, so this guy, this is my Isaac Garindo from last year, man. I loved Isaac Garindo from last year because of the 3-cone drill and it's 40. And then he went to the fucking 49ers. I almost lost my shit, but then Christian McCaffrey was there, and I was like, "Mah." But you saw what he did with the opportunity. So, Bhayshul Tuten, 5'11", 209 pounds. I want to mention that because he's considered a smaller back. He's tall-ish for a running back, and he's 209 pounds, man. We talked about Devon Achane being 180 pounds earlier. He was number 2 in forced missed tackles per attempt. Okay? That is the one stat that correlates the highest to running back fantasy success. Number 2 in yards after contact per attempt at 4.1. Number 1 in the 40 at 4.32. These are all mind-blowing stats. You're like, holy shit, why is this guy amazing? Number 1 in the vertical with that 40.5s. Cam Skattebo, the bruiser, got 1 inch less. That was pretty amazing by Cam Skattebo. His acceleration, this guy's number 1 in acceleration, 10-yard split, number 1. And this correlates to the explosive run rate, Jason. The 4th highest explosive run rate out of zone blocking situations at 21%. And that was while averaging 6.2 yards per carry. And then, so I was thinking about best fit because this guy's man, when he's in the gap scheme, he fucking sucks. Like bottom 4. So he needs to go to a zone blocking scheme. So that's why I have this guy last. His metrics are elite, but his scheme is scheme dependent. So depending on where he goes, we need to believe in him. So that's a huge fucking thing here. And then I just Googled it, and off the top of my head, Washington, Green Bay, the Rams, San Francisco, Minnesota. So really the best 2 landing spots are Washington and Minnesota. Maybe even San Francisco. I don't know about that. But I like Garindo. He's kind of Garindo-ish. So, man, if this guy went to Minnesota or Washington, holy shit, it would be insane. And then I and there's a whole article about how good he is at outside the tackles. All right, he's amazing. And then I like this. He posted 75 plus yards after contact in over half of his games. Second highest PFF grade in the 4th quarter and overtime at 90.9 with a 21% explosive run rate. That's the highest. So, and then he and number 1 yards per carry, 7.7. Plus he has a terrible. His biggest weakness, Jason, is the stuff run rate. This guy is like every 1 in 3 fucking runs, he will get stuffed. It's not good. I don't like that. And if he needs to go to an offensive coach in a zone scheme. If he goes to a defensive coach and he's getting stuffed that much, that shit ain't happening. All right. And plus, he's not good in those fucking schemes, anyways. So I hate that. All right. So this is all dependent on where he goes again. But so again, more negatives. Oh, yeah, but overtime, dude. I thought it was funny to see how he was only behind Ashton Jeanty and even better than Ashton Jeanty in the 4th quarter and overtime. I thought that was kind of crazy. So his speed really shows when defenses are tired. He has small hands, like 8 1/3 or some shit like that. Receiving and ball security issues. But again, his high stuff rate is my biggest concern. He is, people talked about him being a good pass blocker. So I'm saying pretty good pass blocker. That's nothing to be ashamed of. And then his comp, Jason, he is a Temu version of Achane. A Temu. Same 40 time at 4.32 and both rely on big plays. Achane is smaller, but Achane is much more efficient. He does not get stuffed as much. So I am watching to see where this guy goes. If, dude, this guy gets any opportunity in the right situation, he will be a fucking huge steal in fantasy drafts.
Yeah, the good thing about like stuff rate, that could be fixed with like O-line or like, running outside plays. So that he has that going for him. You're right system, right line. That could be great. Tyler, he had the number 1 speed score out of everybody at the combine, and he did it with a score of 118. And number 2 was 112. That's the largest gap on that speed score. So this guy didn't really know much about him until the combine. Now he's really making a name for himself. And what did you say? What team he was possibly going to?
No, the only person I know is the Raiders are projected to get Jeanty, and then after that, dude, it's kind of just a clusterfuck of odds as far as Vegas goes. It's funny I'm talking about Las Vegas Raiders and Las Vegas odds. But yeah, as far as like, because I was kind of going by what Vegas thinks.
Yeah.
And yeah, you really can't pin it down. all you can kind of go is by round. So he should be going like in the 4th round.
Ooh, yeah. So you could definitely be getting this guy late then.
Oh, dude, this guy's going to be in fantasy drafts. He's going to be in the mid round. He's going to be in the running back dead zone, even if he gets a decent amount of opportunity. So that's why I'm really like, if he gets a good opportunity, man. If he goes to the Vikings or something, I don't know, man. If he went to Washington, I would lose my shit.
There's not really a lot of, it looks like a lot of people are saying that he's going to be a round 4th pick.
I saw 4-5. I saw 4-5. I saw more 4s than 5. Yep. I just had to Google it and go through all the websites and take the average because people are all over the place.
Yeah, it looks like people are projecting more that he's going to go to the Cowboys.
Dude, yeah. Cowboys.
Cowboys.
I don't know what kind of block scheme they run, but holy shit, I would like that because there's a lot of opportunity there.
Power.
More power. What is that? The Battle of Endor, Jason? Yep. Star Wars?
I was just talking about that film today.
Did I tell you? Oh, I almost sent you a fucking text, Jason, with a picture. I bought the movie Legend with Tom Cruise on VHS.
Yep.
On VHS, dude, like pristine condition last week for $1.
I was talking about that movie yesterday, man. Sweet ass pie. All right, Tyler, here's my final question for you. Let me scroll down here. We're going to do a quick comparison. Trevor Etienne, his 40-yard dash was 4.42 seconds, and that was in the 93rd percentile. Travis Etienne was in the 76th percentile. Trevor is 5'9", 198. Travis is 5'10", 215. Trevor showed shiftiness and actual decent size, or decent strength for his size. There's a possible landing spot for the Cowboys or the Texans for Trevor Etienne. Would you take another leap of faith on Etienne?
I would not, but I did like him in the you know what? Depending on where he goes, I might. But when I remember watching the combine in our initial video, Jason, the combine stuff, I actually liked him. Career, he's a decent. He's like an average receiver, 68 pass PFF grade there. Shit, dude, there was something I was looking at where he was like bottom, like in a couple categories, and it kind of made me nervous. So yeah, I mean, like first, second down, he's not great at all. Goal to go. He's bottom third in goal to go numbers. So yeah, I think I got fucked by Etienne last year, Jason. Second round. I don't know why I drafted him. All right, that was a you ripped my balls off when you got Derrick Henry, and I was just like, and then Jonathan Taylor went, and I was like, oh my god, I should have went fucking Josh Jacobs like my heart said, but I did not. So yeah, I will not be rolling the dice on another fucking Etienne. He can go suck it.
That's what I was wondering. I was looking at the tape of Etienne of Trevor, and I was actually not impressed at all.
I was impressed with the combine, how he moved and how he performed, but I never went and watched tape on him because I was busy doing other shit.
Yeah, no 1,000-yard rushing in his college career, and not a lot of carries either. So it's not like he's a bell cow or anything like that. I was just curious because we know Travis Etienne was your second-round pick, like you said, and like if you saw this Trevor in the later rounds, would you take a shot on Trevor?
You know, he was my boring pick, Jason. I was like, Etienne always he always gets numbers for the last, he's the guy that you just picked to get numbers. He's got all the opportunity. Oh, fuck that. All right. Anyways, that is the show, man. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully we earned a thumbs up. Hopefully we earned a subscription, man. We need those. Okay. Comment down below. See if you even like the show. All right. If you even liked it at all, maybe. Or, hey, man, maybe some suggestions on what we should do. But we'll be going doing the same thing with wide receivers, man. How do rookie wide receivers hit, and which ones do we like? Tight ends as well, man. Again, tight ends are changing. Tight ends are changing. Last couple of years, you want to draft rookie tight ends, so that's going to be an important one as well. Jason, please send us out.
We're going to be here next Friday at the same time. Come join us. Have a couple of brewskis. Let's talk shop. I think we are going to do the video on the rookie wide receiver class. And that's about it. I'll talk to you in that video. Deuces.
This is the Fantasy Red Zone, and we appreciate you. That was a good show, Jason.
I can't even. How long was that? That was under an hour,
54.
right?
54.